Sometimes the question does not come when life is falling apart. It comes when everything looks settled, and then a small memory passes through your mind, a version of you that felt lighter at some point, and you quickly think, I remember her, but I don't know where she went. There is a specific kind of confusion that happens after you become someone's wife. And I want to be clear about something right now. Not because marriage is bad, not because love is wrong, but because roles, when I say roles aloud. And when it comes to identities is quiet. So slowly, without you noticing the exact day it happens, your decisions start to include another person first, and then eventually, instead, you stop asking yourself, what do I feel? And then you start asking, what really works? And after each time, the mind forgets there was once a difference between two questions. Before all of it, I had a life I thought I loved. I was designing clothes, not dreaming about it, actually doing it. People were buying my designs, not many of them, not huge crowds, but enough that I could see a future for me, enough that I felt proud when I woke up in the morning. For the first time in my life, I felt chosen by my own life. People used to call me that dream girl, not because everything was perfect or aligned up, but because I looked certain. I knew what I liked. I knew how I wanted my days to feel. I trusted my own pace. And there was this quiet confidence inside that said, I am becoming someone I respect. I didn't need to rush anything. What I didn't feel late at any point. And then the questions began. When will you settle down? You need a man in your life. What about the kids? Are you not interested? At first I laughed them off, but life around me started moving. Friends getting engaged, wedding pictures around everywhere, baby showers filling up weekends. One by one, everyone seemed to step into a place that looked permanent. And I noticed something uncomfortable, unusual growing in me. I wasn't calm anymore. I wasn't honest anymore. I was afraid of being the one left outside of the timeline. And here is the thing. It didn't erase my work, but it only changed how I saw it. My design started feeling like a path and started feeling like a delay. I began measuring my life using belonging instead of alignment. Not am I living truthfully, but am I falling behind? Just think about it. So, when I met this guy, when I met him, I wanted certain more than understanding. Nothing terrible happens at the first. Nothing terrible happened at the start, but nothing deeply grounded happened neither. There was no long evening learning each other's fears, no slow familiarity, no real knowing, just movement, fast movement. And the strange thing is, everyone around me noticed before I let myself notice. Friends hesitated, family worried. They did not shout. Instead, they asked me to slow down, Enid, take your time. And inside my own instinct was asking the same thing. But fear is loud when you believe time is running out. I wasn't choosing a person. I was choosing release. Release from being the last one. Release from uncertainty. Release from questions. Why not me? So everything accelerated. Weekends instead of years. Decisions instead of conversation. A wedding planned before understanding could grow. And I remember standing there, not panicking, exactly just overriding this. quiet feeling in my stomach telling myself that wanting something badly made it must be right. But deep down, I already knew something simple. Belonging cannot be forced, and rushing does not make love appear faster. It only silences doubt temporarily. When I look back now, the biggest loss wasn't the relationship itself. It was the moment I stopped consulting myself before becoming a wife. I had an internal reference point. I knew how things felt inside me. Afterward, I learned how things functioned around me. This is the shift, not a disaster. Just distance from your own inner response. What happens psychologically is actually quite gentle. You adapt to harmony. You adjust preferences to avoid friction. You anticipate reactions. You edit yourself before speaking. You become cooperative. And cooperation is good until it replaces self-contact. After a while, you don't notice you are translating yourself constantly. That's what really happens. You only notice when silence returns and you can't hear your original voice clearly anymore. That's when the question appears: who I was before I became a wife. Not because you want to undo your life, but because you want continuity with your life. So, what helps? What helps is not trying to reconstruct your past personality. You can start smaller. When I say smaller, it means baby steps. You can try pausing before agreeing to something simple, not refusing it, but just pausing long enough to hear your first instincts, maybe second, maybe third. Sometimes the answer surprises you. What also helps is doing one thing that has no relational purpose, no benefit to anyone else, no productivity attached, just small choices based on curiosity. The point isn't the activity. It's reminding your mind that your inner response still matters. And sometimes you can gently ask yourself, when do I feel most like myself lately? Not years ago, not even before marriage, just lately. Your mind answers present questions more honestly, because honesty in this situation really, really matters. Listen, you're not broken for losing clarity. You are trying to secure love, your place, a future, or maybe a belonging. And when belonging feels uncertain, people adapt quickly. You did not disappear because you were weak. You disappeared because you cared about connection. Now, you don't need to go back to the woman before. You're allowing to become a woman who keeps herself while loving others. That was the missing part. It is slower, but it feels steadier. So, if today all you notice is one honest preference, one moment where you did not overweigh your feelings, that's already a return. Stay there gently. Maybe a woman you are looking for was never actually left behind. She was just waiting for that noise to quiet down enough for you to hear her again. Take your time with her, love her, and find her again. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next episodes. Love you.